guys, so today I am going to teach you how to make this super cute box bag. It has a zipper that goes across, it has a coordinating fabric on the inside. It is so cute, it is so simple to make. This box took me 15 minutes to make, and it is a great makeup bag that will stand up on its own. It is super cute, super easy to make, great for beginners, great for gifts, great for kids to make if you're just teaching your kids how to sew, and I'm going to show you how to make it right now. For this project, you're going to need 2 pieces of fusible fleece, 2 pieces of fabric to use for your outer side, 2 pieces of fabric to use for your inner, some pins, scissors, and a zipper. I'm using a 14-inch zipper, and all of my pieces of fabric right now are measuring 13.5 by 9. Another thing I use for this project is you need to square off your corners perfectly. So I've made myself a little template. It's about 3 inches by 3 inches by 4 inches. And I just literally put this in the corner that I need, and I sew right up the side. It really just saves me time and measuring while I'm in the middle of sewing a project. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and fuse the fabric onto here, so let's get started. Okay, so I have heat bonded my fusible fleece to my outside fabric. Every brand is different, so just make sure that you're following the directions for the brand that you got. For this particular one that I got fusible fleece at Walmart. It was $4.98 a yard, and it wanted a dry iron on the wool setting, pressed hard in a sweeping motion until it's fused. So that's what I've done on both of these pieces. And now what we're going to do is we're going to connect. We're going to use one of the outer pieces, one of the lining pieces, and our 14-inch zipper. So we are going to take our zipper. This is going to be the top of our bag here. So we're going to take our zipper, I'm going to open it up a little bit, and I'm going to flip it upside down. And we are going to line the zipper face down to the top of our outer fabric here. And then we're going to take our lining fabric and have it facing right sides together with the top. And we're going to line it up as well. And you want to make sure your outer and inner fabrics are lined up on the sides, and that both are lined up to the top of the zipper. So this is a little over the zipper, so I'm going to pull it down just a bit. Alright, and I am going to start with the metal parts of my zipper sticking out of here because I want to eventually cut those off. Okay, so I can feel where the zipper is in line with my needle. So I'm going to do a couple back stitches. And then I'm just going to sew straight down the zipper seam. I'm going to stop every now and again and make sure that I'm all lined up. And at this point, I am going to lift my foot with the needle still down so I keep my place. And I'm going to unzip it. There we go. Okay, and when you open this up, this is what it'll look like on the outside. Now I'm just going to do a top stitch across here to hold it down across the zipper. Okay, so now this is what my bag looks like. I've got a zipper connecting my outer pieces, my inner pieces. And now what we're gonna do is flip the bag inside out so the outside pieces are facing each other. And we are gonna run a straight stitch across the bottom with a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch seam allowance, depending on what you are comfortable with. And then I'm gonna do a zigzag stitch to seal off the edges so that way the bag is washable and you won't get a ton of frays. Because I'm sewing so many layers together, I wanted to double check and make sure that I got through all of those layers. And I did. So now I feel comfortable to go back and do a zigzag stitch. Okay, so as you can see, it just kind of finishes off that edge. If you have a serger, you could have serged that as well. I do have a serger, but I wanted to show you how you could do it on your sewing machine if you didn't have any special equipment. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna check out our sides, and if we need to trim anything, we're gonna go ahead and trim it up. One of the things I am gonna trim is the zipper. And I'm going to open the zipper here because we're going to be putting the sides together and we don't want to sew ourselves shut. Now this part is optional, but if you would like to add some little tabs on the end, you can do that. You can either make tabs yourself out of this fabric, but I am a lazy sewer, so I'm not doing that. I'm going to use this ribbon that I got at Joann's Fabric. It's really pretty. It's a cream color, so it's pretty neutral, and I am just going to cut this in half, and then I only want about this much of it sticking through, so that part will go in like this, and I will leave the extra tails. So that part will go in here, and I will leave the extra tails hanging out. Now for the next step, what we're going to do is, let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, for the next step, what we're going to do is we are going to open up the bag, and we want the zipper seam to meet the bottom seam, okay? I'm going to go ahead and pin this up. And right here, where these two meet, is where I'm going to put the tab. So right there, I am going to kind of pin in my tabs, okay? And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And this side's a little tricky because our zipper is open. So what you want to do is you kind of want to overlap it just a little bit so that when it comes to the edge, it's not going to be spread too far apart. Okay, now I'm just going to straight stitch on both sides. I just back stitched right across that pull tab to make sure it's good and secure when the bag is flipped right side out. So when we come to our corners here, we are going, you kind of stick your finger in there where the seam is and you lay it flat. so that the seam is flat against this corner here, okay? And this is where my little triangle comes into play, because I can just put this in the corner, lay this where the sides are, and then just sew a line straight through there, okay? So let me show you what that looks like. Make sure you back stitch at the end. Okay, and then there you have your perfect corner popped out. Okay, let me show you again. I'm going to go on the other side. I'm going to put my finger in the corner here where the seam is, and I'm going to put my finger here in the corner where the seam is, and I'm going to lay it flat. So it's flat on both sides, okay? Then I'm going to take my little cardboard corner and I'm going to put it here so it's flush with the point and the edges, and then I'm just going to sew right across that. Okay. And you're definitely going to want to make sure you're back stitching these so you can hold your seam in place. It's just a time saver. If you want to go ahead and measure it out every time, that's completely fine if that makes you more comfortable. It's going to be about 3 inches by 3 inches by 4 inches. And once you're done with the corners, you're going to trim it. Okay. And then you're going to do a zigzag seam across here to seal it off. Okay. So after you've done all 4 seams on your different corners, go back to the zipper and we're going to pop everything right side out. You might want to open your zipper a little bit more so this process is easier. And make sure you pop out your little corners on those edges. That's what's going to make it stand up. Okay. All right, so there you go. Your own little box bag with pull tabs. Perfect little gift idea. And if you made the other little bag that I showed you, it fits perfectly inside here. Those are 2 quick and easy projects that you can make as special gifts. Okay, and that's the bag. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button down below, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye!